Welcome back to my humble basement. Last Tales from my basement video, I mentioned that most of the monsters, boogeyman and creepy crawly things that go bump in the night, usually somehow involve the woods. Well, this is where it holds true, as the next myth we take a look at is the Wendigo, and the Wendigo is very much a forest dweller. So, what is a Wendigo? Well, simply put, Wendigo or Wendigo is a magical man-eating creature, or more accurately, an evil spirit from the northern forests of the Atlantic coast and Great Lakes region of the United States and Canada. The Wendigo itself is kind of a combination between a human and a monster, having characteristics of a monster and human, or a spirit who has possessed a human being and made them become monsters. This mysterious monster is mostly associated with murder, cannibalism, insatiable greed, and taboos against those named behaviors. As I said before, they are somewhat human, yet not. According to myth, there is a few ways you can become a Wendigo. Either cursed by a spirit and possessed, or being overpowered by greed turning you into a Wendigo. So most politicians should be Wendigos. That explains a lot. In some myths, it is also believed that Wendigos can turn normal humans into Wendigos by means of hurting you, causing you to be cursed by the Wendigo. In some myths, it is also believed that when a human has no other option but to feed on human flesh, becoming a cannibal, that can also turn you into Wendigo. So kids, don't eat people. But what do Wendigos look like? Well, for that we have to go slightly back and look at where Wendigos come from, the myth, the origin. The Wendigo is a part of a belief system belonging to a number of Algonquian-speaking people, including the Ojibwe, the Zoltecs, the Cree, the Naskapi, and the Innu people. Descriptions of the Wendigo all vary a fair bit with different portrayals, but the main traits of the Wendigo are the same across all of them, such as the Wendigo is a malevolent, cannibalistic, supernatural monster. For some reason, the Wendigo has been associated with winter, the north, cold, famine, and starvation, and, well, of course, evil deeds. One description of the Wendigo describes him as a gaunt to the point of emaciation, having desiccated skin pulled tightly over its bones pushing out against its skin, its complexion ash grey of death, and the Wendigo's eyes pushed back deep into their sockets. The Wendigo, according to some descriptions, summarized, it looks like a gaunt skeleton recently disinterred from the grave. So that's what you have to look forward to in the American forests. Now let's be honest, with such a beautiful, majestic, almost unicorn-like creature as that, why wouldn't you put it into everything that is in pop culture? When it comes to the Wendigo, it has been in almost every single medium imaginable, most notably Stephen King's novel Pet Sematary, Marvel comic books, where he fought against Hulk and Wolverine, and games such as The Legend of Dragoon, The Sacred World, and the brilliantly amazing, superb Fallout 76. The Wendigo has also appeared in TV shows, such as Supernatural, which I still have to finish, Blood Ties, Charmed, and Grimm, which is a pretty good series, and one of my favorite series, Hannibal. This creature has wiggled its way into almost everything. I guess I should become an undead skeleton flesh-eating monster. Maybe that'll help with the rap. Now, perhaps the most interesting question. How do you kill a Wendigo? Or escape one? Well, let's just say if you encounter one in your walk through the forest, you're most likely screwed, as it is nearly impossible to escape a Wendigo. They are hunters, by nature, and Wendigos are extremely fast and allow nothing to get in the way of their hunger. Not even if you could escape a Wendigo and sustain no physical harm, chances are your encounter with the beast, would leave you mentally messed up. Wendigos, much like bears, they do hibernate, and when they do hibernate, they do it for months or maybe years, but vow bedight when they wake up. So when they wake up, that's it. All hell is breaking loose. So what makes it so hard to escape a Wendigo? Well, Wendigos can stealthily stalk victims for extended periods, much like the assassins from Assassin's Creed, and thanks to their supernatural speed, endurance, and heightened senses, such as hearing heartbeat from miles away, so making it almost impossible to escape them, especially in a forest, since it tends to race after you from above via the trees, and like any hunter, it takes enjoyment in hunting its prey and toying with it. So what can you do? Let's say you have a gun and you shoot the Wendigo. It will regenerate fairly quickly, but according to some mates, you're not completely screwed, because much like the werewolves, Wendigos can be hurt and damaged with silver bullets or a pure silver blade. So you should go to your nearest antique shop and buy a silver blade, or a stake that you can strike through the Wendigo's heart, much like vampires, on the condition that you actually get near enough to the Wendigo without being ripped to shreds to actually have the chance to stab him in the heart. Now, once you have actually somehow successfully beaten a Wendigo and damaged it enough, you have to shatter his heart into pieces and then lock the shattered heart in a silver box and bury it in a church cemetery. So that is quite a lot of work just to kill one monster. Wendigos are not easy to kill, but there are ways to kill one, or even weaken them, such as with salt. Salt can work in weakening them, and of course decapitating them with some sort of silver weapon. That could also help. That could actually help you a lot, since they might still be able to come back to life though. You do have to do the shattered heart thing and burying the box in a church. If you don't, they will just regenerate and come after you. 70% of the time. Or so the myth says. Just saying, if you go to a forest, be on the lookout, because you never know what's looking from above. So remember, if you are in the forest and you hear the leaves on the trees moving right above your head, and it just happens to be dark, you might want to run away, or perhaps pick up the nearest silver weapon you could possibly find from your backpack, pocket, anything, because you never know, it might just be the Wendigo. That just about sums up the spooky, mysterious myth of the man-eating cannibalistic monster, the Wendigo. And that's the end of the video. Thank you for taking time out of your day to listen to me babble about monsters. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you want more content from me, subscribe and hit the bell button so you actually get notified when I upload a video. You can also follow me on Twitter and join my Discord channel. Those are the easiest ways to keep up to date with anything I do, or the easiest ways to reach me. And if you have any suggestions as to what myth I should talk about next time, or any other series, let me know down below. and any other links are in the description. See you next time.